So let's have our blocks, if we have them, available over at the top of the mat. And I'm just going to change my music to be something calmer than what's playing now. If you have shoes on, you can take them off. And just come into crisscross. Let's all cross the right leg in front of the left. And sit upright, but not like you're really challenging yourself to sit upright. Just create a little space through the spine. Tuck the chin in slightly towards your chest so you're not tempted to jut your head out in front of you. And let your arms just rest down by your side. Let's close our eyes. And with each inhale, invite a little bit more length all the way through the crown of the head from the sacrum. And on each exhale, softening and releasing shoulders, hips, jaw. Just take that on your own, cultivating this sense of presence here now. Allowing yourself to connect the inhale breath with some length and spaciousness, and the exhale breath with some ease and letting go. You can close your mouth if that's comfortable. Slow breaths in and out. Keep allowing the ease and the softening each exhale. Relaxing through the neck and the shoulders. And now start to open your eyes. Let's take our right arm and reach it out to the side. Spin your palm to face back. Bend your elbow and slide that arm right to the back, to the low back. Now take a breath in with that lengthening inhale. On your exhale, turn your head as far as it wants to go to the left. And then look down on like a diagonal. So inhale, creating some space, again, still through the spine. And on each exhale, melting the shoulders, melting the jaw. And you can just stay there, or you can start to, like on this diagonal, start to nod your head on a diagonal, up and down. If you feel like there's a space, a spot where you want to just hang out, do that. Notice if you're leaning your whole body over to the left, just stay upright. And then come back up to center. Take that right arm and reach it up overhead. Spin your torso towards the left thigh, and then reach the right arm way over in a diagonal and drop your head. Drop your head towards your left knee. Anchor that right hip down as you reach through the fingertips. And now a couple of breaths right into that side, that right side of your back, the outer hip. Drop the head, let it fold forward. Then slowly make your way back up to your seat. Lean back and switch the cross of your legs. So left leg is in front this time. So just sitting up tall, right? Take that left arm out to the side, spin the palm, fold the arm behind you, relax the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your head as far as it wants to go over to the right, and then look down. Let your shoulders melt down. Let your jaw relax. And you can stay just with the breath, or you can nod your head on this diagonal up and down. Go slow. If you find a place where it feels particularly tight, just hang out there. And then come all the way back up. Take that left arm, reach it up, lengthen. Breathe in. On your exhale, turn your torso as far as it really just wants to go towards the right knee. And then reach over on a diagonal. The right hand just stays resting by the right hip. Drop down. Let the neck, the head release. Reaching through the fingertips if that feels okay. And slowly make your way back up. Just notice how that kind of calms everything in your nervous system, right? Open your palms, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And let's transition now to all fours. If you have socks on, you might want to take them off. So knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Just take a breath in, lift your heart, let your belly fall into cow. Exhale, let the head just go long to the right, round your spine. So think about originating these movements from the base of your spine, like a wave of movement from the base of your spine. So start the wave with your inhale, come into your cow, let the head just move freely up. Exhale, gathering with the belly, around the spine, draw the belly in, let the head drop. One more time, inhale, wave all the way up the spine. Head just comes on its own. Exhale, round the spine. Good. And then just right into a neutral spine. Take that right leg and reach it on the ground behind you. And press into that right heel. Press back with the shoulders. Feel that stretch through that back calf, pressing down, pressing back into the heel. And then lift that right leg off the ground. Draw the shoulders back, draw the belly in. Bird dog, reach the left arm forward, thumb pointing towards the sky. Lengthen, tuck the chin in towards your chest. Bend the right knee in space. Reach the left arm around and grab the right foot. And then lift up into like a little cobra with your chest. Draw that knee up. Draw the right shoulder blade back. Now start to return the hand, but reach through the toes of the right foot, hovering off the ground. Reach that right leg way over to the left, and then look over towards that left foot. Even let your hips draw over to the right. Come back to center. And child pose. Bring your hips back to your heels. Let your head completely drop. And gently nod your head like you're nodding no. Just let your head drop, nodding side to side. Your forehead is on the mat or on a block. Go slower. And then pause in the middle. Take a breath in as you fill up those side ribs and back ribs, front ribs. Release it out. Now stretch those arms out in front, and don't forget to do the other side. Stretch them way out in front. Inhale, come up onto your knees. Exhale, draw the heart forward. Hug your elbows in, slowly make your way all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release to the ground. Curl up your toes and push up and back to your all fours. So realign your wrists underneath your shoulders. Draw those shoulder blades back. Reach that left leg on the ground behind you. Just draw the left heel back. Slightly drawing with the heart forward as you draw the belly in. Then lift the left leg off the ground. Reach the right arm forward, stabilizing with the core. Get longer from fingertips to heel. Bend the knee. Reach back and grab your foot. And then lift up, almost like you're in a kneeling dancer pose. Kick the foot into the hand. Draw your heart forward. Coil the spine. Extend the leg, point the toes, place the right foot down, right hand down, and then reach that left leg across to the right side of your body. Lean over to the left. And come back to center, child pose. Oh, reach those arms forward. Send the sit bones back. Keep your hands extended forward. Inhale, come up onto your knees. Exhale, hug the elbows in, belly in. Coil it all the way down. Like a wave, flow up into your cobra. Maybe you come right up into up dog if you feel really open. Exhale, release all the way down. Curl up the toes, push up onto your knees, and this time downward facing dog. Wrap those triceps in, drop your head, and let it dangle. Soften the knees and draw your hips back as you press into the hands and the arms are strong. Breathing in and out. Now on your next inhale, lift the right leg up, stretch it up and back. On your exhale, knee to chest, bring your foot between your hands, back heel, back knee down. And then if you have blocks, grab them. But if you don't have blocks, you can use fingertips, right? And place the blocks right underneath your hands, which are underneath your shoulders. So you're in a kneeling lunge. Now let your hips come forward as you open up through the chest. So think about that back bend that those back bends that we just did. Let the hips come forward. And then lengthen the front leg. Keep the arms just right where they are. Draw the heart forward, send the sit bones back, half split. Now come back into your kneeling lunge and start to walk the foot forward about an inch or so. So now the heel is just ahead of the knee. Again, let the hips come forward, draw in with your belly, take a little back bend. And then lengthen the leg, draw the heart forward. Soften the back of the knee. Come back up. Wiggle the foot forward another inch. And let the hips come forward. Ooh, might feel that in that left inner hip flexor. Lengthen the leg. Draw the heart forward. And now rebend into that front knee. Bring it back. Get rid of your blocks. Place your left hand down. Curl up your back toes. Lift your back knee and take a twist. So hold it here. Reach that right knee forward as you draw the left heel back. Spin and open through the rib cage. And then circle around. Step back to plank. It's gentle yoga, so let's place our knees down. Draw your elbows back as you slowly make your way all the way down to the ground. Inhale, cobra or maybe up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4 breaths. Draw the heels to the ground. Spin those inner thighs back. Release through the low back. Keeping the knees a little soft will help that. And then left leg lifts. Bring your foot or maybe pull it forward with the left hand. Come down into your kneeling lunge and set up your blocks. The heel is right underneath your knee to start. Let your hips come forward, open up through your chest. Think about a back bend originating like from that right foot and a little bit all the way up the leg, all the way up to the crown of the head. And lengthen the leg as you lengthen the spine. Softening the knee. Back onto your lunge. Toe heel that foot forward about an inch or so. Let the hips come forward any amount that feels right. And again, open the heart. So kiss the shoulder blades to the spine. Try to. Feel how that opens up through the chest. And then lengthen that front leg. Try to stay light on the blocks. Lengthen the spine. And come back onto your kneeling lunge. Wiggle the foot forward another inch or so. And let those hips come forward any amount. If it's too much, certainly you don't have to go forward anymore. And lengthen. Draw the heart forward. Lengthen the front knee. Rebend into that front knee, bring the heel back underneath the knee. Get rid of the blocks. Place your right hand down, curl up the back toes, lift the back knee and take a twist. Open. Place both hands down, step back to plank. Shift forward on your toes, place your knees down. Slowly make your way all the way down to your belly. And then let's come into Sphinx pose here. So come onto your elbows and bring your elbows slightly forward over your shoulders. Now close your eyes here and drop your head. Let your head just drop down. You don't have to look anywhere. Just pull the forearms back a little bit, like you're trying to drag your body forward, and invite your chest forward. Now release through your low back and your glutes. Melt as if you could melt the bottom rib down. And then as you pull the forearms back, start to think about the back bend originating now, coming up through the low back, coming up through that middle back, drawing the chest forward, and then inviting it up into the upper back and the back of the shoulders. Your head just might lift automatically. Hold it, pull the forearms back, and then keep that and just drop the head again. Again, releasing through the glutes. Let's reach through the big toes. So much so, energize through those legs, spin the inner thighs up this time. So much so that the knees are off the ground. So you're reaching and you're pressing down, big toe, baby toe. Now think about the back bend starting from the feet this time. Invite it up through that low back, up through the middle back, all the way up through that upper back and shoulders. Pull the forearms back. Invite the chest forward and maybe you lift the head. And then release that. Push yourself up onto your forearms. And then come onto your knees. So forearms and knees. We're going to take dolphin today. So your elbows are like right underneath your shoulders pretty much. Tuck your toes. And then lift your hips up and back. Walk your feet forward a little bit. Soften your knees, and just like a downward facing dog, only like on your forearms, keep your knees a little soft. Draw the heels to the ground. Spin those inner thighs back and let your head dangle between your arms. Press into the forearms. Hollow out through the belly. And now imagine that you're coming into a flat back. Lengthen the spine as you slightly draw the heart forward. And then lift up onto the toes. Place the knees down. Open them as wide as your mat. And come back into a wide-legged child pose. Let's make our way up to all fours and back down onto our back. So if you want a sweatshirt or anything, if you're feeling cold today, maybe grab that before you make your way onto your back. Get a little comfy. We're going to do a few more things and then we'll end in a brief Shavasana. So when you make your way down onto your back, keep your knees bent and your feet on the floor. And just allow your body to soften into the earth below. And now get those heels, if they're not already there, right underneath your knees, just set up for one bridge, right? So start with the chest opening. So press your shoulders straight down into the earth, not down towards your feet, but straight down into your mat. Feel how that opens up through your chest. Keep that and lift your hips up. Any amount. They don't have to go super high. And then grab the long edges of your mat with your hands, right where your hands happen to be, and gently pull the mat apart as maybe you press down even more. Open up, maybe you lift the hips higher. 4, 3, tailbone towards the top of your mat. 2, and slowly release. Let everything go. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your hands on your low belly. And let your knees drop out to the sides. Let's take a collective breath in as we allow the low belly to rise up into the hands. And a long breath out. So these deep belly breaths are really good for calming our nervous system. Really great way to practice breathing, filling up deep down into the belly. Let's take one more. And then start to bring your feet onto the floor, bring your knees together. And then take your right thigh and cross it on top of your left thigh. All the way on top. Then lift your hips and scooch them a little over to the right, like a half inch or so. Take your arms either out into a T or like a goalpost arms with your palms open. Let your knees drop to the left. And let your head turn to the right. Now, if that feels like it's just too strong for you today on your back, uncross the legs. But otherwise, let the legs just kind of drop over towards the left and your head turning to the right. now start to unravel. So bring the right leg up first, just so that we're really tender on the back. Come back to neutral. And just notice maybe a tiny little shift on that right side. Maybe the right hip feels like it's more released. Right side. And let's take your left thigh, cross it on top of the right. Lift the hips, move them to the left. Drop the knees over to the right. Turn your head to the left and surrender into this 4 or so breaths. Slow in and out. Start to uncross the leg. Come all the way back onto your back. Hug the knees in and a happy baby here. So reach to the inside of your legs. Peace fingers grab the big toes. Bring the soles of your feet to face the ceiling. And if you feel like your tailbone really curled up, see if you can curl it back down. Release the sacrum. Now with your feet facing the ceiling, gently draw your knees towards the ground, straight down. And then gently start to rock if you'd like, or just stay. And then release that. And if there's any final movements or shapes that you're needing right now to complete your practice today, this brief practice, do that now. And then make your way into your Shavasana when you're ready. Allowing each out breath to soften and release any tension. Scan through your body. Notice where you could maybe release and let go. Notice how your mind is, if it's distracted off wandering, bring it back to what you're feeling now. Just in this present moment. Noticing your breath, noticing your body, how it feels in this present moment. This present moment is our reality. When we worry and stress about the past or the future, we sometimes lose that ability to really be present here now, enjoying the little things. And if you're on your back, start to stretch out or hug in. Begin to move in any way that feels good. And with a lot of compassion, roll onto your side rather than just rolling right up. And using the strength in your arms, make your way up to your seat. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Always great